What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Quick 60 Sports. Today I'm going to give you the third game of my prediction analysis, which is the Sunday afternoon game, and it's the 13-5 LA Rams versus the 14-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and defending Super Bowl champs. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are -3 currently right now. That's the line, and I'm going to give you some analysis, and I'll throw my prediction in at the end as well. The Rams have been running the ball an awful lot, especially against the Cardinals. Matthew Stafford, he only threw the ball, I think, 17 times, and he really didn't have to throw the ball against the Cardinals. He's probably going to have to throw the ball against the Buccaneers, as they're the top run defense in the league. So Sonny Michel and company, Cam Akers, they're not going to have those running lanes like they did against the Cardinals. Levante David's back. Run defense is tremendous. I don't see the Rams being able to run the ball that much against the Bucs. They did play earlier in the year, I think week 3 or 4, and the Rams at home won 34-24, but it was a little different ball game. Brady threw the ball like 52 times. They barely ran the ball. The Buccaneers, they ran it, I think, like 4 or 5 attempts the whole game. It was kind of crazy. Deshaun Jackson actually led the Rams in receiving, I think, with like over 100 yards and a touchdown. So look for some speedy receiver, possibly to try to get behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense. So a big pray tell on my prediction for today, or for Sunday's game, is going to be if Tristan Wirfs and Ryan Jensen play. They both got injured, and they're huge, tremendous value pieces for the Buccaneers offense to protect Tom Brady in the pocket. And so Ryan Jensen came back in the game against the Eagles and seems fine, but he didn't practice yesterday, so we'll see the update on him. And Tristan Wirfs also hasn't practiced, but I'm sure he's going to give it a go and see. He was kind of hobbled, so we'll see how it happens. But not playing Tristan Wirfs is going to be huge against the Rams. That front can definitely rush the passer with Aaron Donald and Von Miller. So the Bucs they're also down 2 of their top 3 receivers, Antonio Brown obviously, and Chris Godwin. And so look for Mike Evans and Troy Reeder in the middle of the field. They're not that good on the middle of the field with middle linebackers. And I think his name is like Boozman or something like that. I don't even remember his name, the other inside linebacker for the Rams. But the point is that he's going to exploit those linebackers with Gronkowski, tight ends, Cameron Brate. And he also loves throwing to the running backs out of the backfield on the swing routes. Also look for him to line up and empty and have that running back out wide to hopefully see if they match up Troy Reeder on that running back out wide as well. So we'll see what happens with that. He loves passing to those running backs out of the backfield real quick. So maybe that'll stabilize Von Miller and Aaron Donald, especially if Tristan Wirfs doesn't play. So here's a fun trend for you. Matthew Stafford, he's 22-28 against the spread December and January. I think Jalen Ramsey is going to lock down Mike Evans. Cooper Kupp, he didn't have too good of a game last week, but he didn't need to. They didn't need to pass the ball like I just mentioned earlier. So I expect him to get a lot more targets, a lot more yards as well, because Matthew Stafford is not going to be able to run the ball. The Rams aren't going to be able to run the ball, so they're going to have to – Sean McVay's going to have to scheme up something different in the air. So look for Cooper Kupp and company to get those passes. Odell, he's going to need to get some option routes as well in the middle of the field to exploit that Buccaneers secondary. One thing that Jalen Ramsey, I think he's going to shut down Mike Evans a little bit, but at the same time, the Rams are down their top 2 safeties, and they signed Eric Weddle, that whole deal. So it just begs the question if Tom Brady and his experience is going to be able to exploit the Rams not having those 2 safeties. One of the safeties for the Rams that got hurt, he actually was making the calls for the defense instead of the linebacker, and so now he's out. So they did fine against the Cardinals without their top 2 safeties. But Kyler Murray, he's not exactly Tom Brady. So I'm going with the Buccaneers in a close game. But if Tristan Wirfs doesn't play, then I think I'm going to switch my pick to the Rams, because I think he's that impactful of a player and that big of a deal. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you think, what your predictions are for the game. Stay tuned, and I'll give you my next pick and the last pick of the playoffs, which is the Bills versus the Chiefs. All right, guys, stay tuned. Until next time, peace.